Some days, I have to be honest, it is actually a struggle to get on live, to get on social media at all. I just have to say that for the record. And when it's a struggle in that way, guess what I do? I don't. I don't. I absolutely do not. And I believe that this is a big tie in to the conversation today, which really is about who is checking on you the way that you check on people. Who shows up for you the way that you show up for others? Black women, black women, black women. We have established a terrible track record and terrible reputation of always being the dumping ground for someone else. We are everyone's shoulder to cry on, caretaker, shoulder to lean on. We are the I and the all in all. But when it comes time for that reciprocation, when it comes time um, for you to cry, for you to break down, who are you breaking down to? And again, I always have my notes, so I'm going to, be referencing my notes. But yeah, when was the last time somebody asked you, like, hey, how are you doing? Like really and truly, how are you? Not from the general I'm fine place, but how are you? How's your heart? How's your spirit? How's your energy? How's your mind? How is your how are you feeling nurture wise? How are you? When was the last time somebody really sat down and asked you, how are you? I'll wait, right? And if you can't remember the last time somebody really and truly checked on you, the last time somebody really truly tapped in to how you were feeling, then you are the person I'm speaking to today. This message is for you. Because, all that strong stuff and the strong black woman stuff, all of that, it doesn't change the fact that you're a human being. You're a human being. And even though you're strong, even though you're smart, even though you're exceptional, even though you're magical, you still need support. You still need love. You still need nurture. You still need someone to show up for you. You shouldn't have to carry the burden all the time. It's normal. What's abnormal is the belief that because you're strong or because you're smart that you don't need anyone. That's not normal. That's actually a sign that the patriarchy, the capitalistic system, the westernized society has gotten a hold of you. You absolutely positively do need support. You do. And it's okay to have that. Getting support doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you weak. It makes you normal. It makes you normal. It's part of being a human being. But you have learned to be strong for so long that you feel awkward asking for help. You don't expect anyone to help you. You shy away from receiving. Even receiving is a problem. You've normalized something that isn't normal. And part of it is because you've had to do that. You've had to do that. Part of it is you haven't had the luxury. Maybe you haven't had family to show up for you and say, hey, don't worry, I got it. So maybe you've had to become this person because you didn't have the proper support system. But I want you to know that it's okay to need support and it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay. All of those things make you human. All those things are absolutely positively normal. It's part of it. So, like I said, this video is for that person who has been carrying it for too long. Thank you so much for the hearts and for the love and for the support. It's like people were just like, oh my God, yes. So even with you putting on this cape Before you even wake up and brush your teeth in the morning, who are you showing up for? Who are you showing up for before you even show up for yourself? Who are you extending yourself to before you even say, hey, here's me and here's what I need? Who are these people? And I'm not going to fault these people because sometimes these people are your children. Sometimes these people are your parents. Sometimes these people are your nieces and nephews. I'm not going to fault you for taking care of the people that you love. I'm never going to do that. What I am doing is reminding you that you have a duty, a priority, and your priority is to take care of yourself first. Your priority is to take care of yourself first. And it's only fair. Don't let the Western society make you believe that you're being selfish by pouring into you and nurturing you. It's not selfish, it's necessary for your survival. How can you survive if you're empty? How can you survive if you're running on fumes? How can you survive if you're drained? How can you survive if there's no life within you? You have a duty, and your priority and your duty is to take care of yourself first. Okay? So, there's a lot of lies that we've been told about it being selfish. Black women are told that, oh, you got to be a strong black woman. This is your superpower. Then we have lies about you're doing such a great job. You can do it on your own. You don't need anybody's help. All of those things, all of those things are lies. They're lies. It is absolutely human. Even when people say that they are self made, I'm not sure if you've ever heard of the term self made. Self made refers to this concept that I built me myself. Like I did everything for me. The reason I am who I am today is because I made myself by myself, etc. Even that concept of self made has cracks because in reality, all of us were given assistance at some point or another, even if it's just somebody pointing you in the right direction, even if it's just someone saying, hey, you need a tissue. I saw you crying, you need a tissue. All of us have had a person or people who have helped us at some juncture, even if it's not the people that you thought you could rely on, even if it's not your friends and your family. All of us have had support in some way or another. So even that concept of self-made, that is a lie. That is a lie. And this video is just here to remind you that it is not normal for you to do everything on your own. This strong and independent trope, this whole strong and independent persona is what's killing you softly. You need people. And more importantly, you need to pour into yourself. Even before you engage in relationships with others, you have to create a solid relationship with thine self. To thine own self be true. It's so important. It's so important. So I want to make sure that you understand that even being praised, we get praise, we get a lot of credit for being in survival mode. Like, oh yeah, good job. We knew you could do it. You get high fives for being in the struggle story. And all of that, like I said, it's bogus. It's bogus. It's smoke and mirrors. It's smoke and mirrors. So I have been talking for months about my compassion course. If you are listening and you're like, you know what, this is me, you're describing me, and I'm exhausted and I'm tired of doing what I've been doing, then I'm inviting you to join the compassion course. I'm inviting you to join the compassion course. The reason why, the compassion course exists is because many of these things that you do, that you find yourself doing in terms of sacrificing yourself for others, the reason why you do that is because you were programmed at a foundational level to sacrifice yourself for others. The reason that you never prioritize yourself is because you were programmed very early on to never prioritize yourself. There's a reason why you grew up where you grew up and I grew up where I grew up, but we have had the same challenges. We don't know each other and we didn't have the same parents. So, how is it that so many of us have struggled with the same thing? How is it possible? And the only way it's possible is that we were all programmed the same way at the beginning. We were programmed this way by society, by our parents, by our friends, by our communities, some of us by our religion or our spiritual practices. We have been programmed to sacrifice ourselves and to do more for others than we do for ourselves. And this is why I invite you to join the Compassion Course, because the Compassion Course is about deprogramming. This is your invitation to deprogram from all the things that made you believe that you were second in your own life. You're not second. This is your life. How could you be second in your life? Who could take first priority over you? Who could take first priority? Who could be more important than you in your own life? There is no one more important than you in your own life. No one. So I invite you to join the Compassion Course. If you are a Black woman and you have been in survival mode, if you are a Black woman and you have been in strong Black woman mode, if you've been in survival mode, you are invited to join the Compassion Course. And thank you for answering the question about who is more important than you. If and the person answered, I know everyone won't be able to see the comments, but the person answered and said, my son is more important than her. The question is, if you were dead, then how would your son know that he is as important as he is? Who can love and nurture your son more than you? If you weren't here, right? We'd like to place someone above us in our own life. And then the reality is that there's no one who can be placed above us in our own life. You have to nurture yourself first. And again, your husband could never nurture your son the way you as mother can. He can father, but he can never mother your son the way that you can. As an individual with 4 children, I have 4 kids, I know that if I am running low energetically, then I cannot properly take care of any of my loved ones. I can't take care of my loved ones if I'm empty, if there's nothing. So I have to take care of myself first. And taking care of myself means that now I can take care of others. It means that I care enough about me that I'm willing to establish a bar for self love. I'm willing to establish a standard that lets my children know, that lets my spouse know, that lets my family know that I value myself. All of these things are how we nurture ourselves. The goal was never to sacrifice. You are not Jesus the Christ. You are not here to die on anyone's cross. You do not have to walk through the streets with a cross on your back, being whooped by the Pharisees. That is not your calling. That's not your calling. That's not what the Most High intended for you. So the idea that you're here, that somehow the Most High created you to come here and to sacrifice yourself, that absolutely is not true. So we just have to step back and be in that space and understand that our first priority is making sure that we're good and that we're taken care of and loving self. And if we love self wholeheartedly, then that means we create an environment. We explode in our environment, and our environment then trickles over into other people's environment. Now we can contribute to other people's environment in a healthy, strong, and stable way. Okay? So my name is Goddess Queen Jamila, and I am the owner of the Black Women's Healing House, Mind, Body, and Spirit. I'm so glad that you were here to share with me today. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I will be going live again directly after this because I have not gone live in a month. So I'm going to go ahead and hit you with another live today. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you next time. Peace.